Voice of America has become now the latest media that has been banned by the Burkina Faso government. Why this media is banned currently and why others is something that what I'm going to look at in this video, and also how this is communicated, how this is also done by the Burkina Faso government is also something interesting that I am going to look at. Now, here is the article that is shared with regards to the banning of or the suspension of the VOA media from Burkina Faso. Now, the authorities in Burkina Faso has suspended Voice of America for 3 months for now, which is one of because of one of the comments that has been made by its journalists. Also, the government has banned local outlets that are using as a source any international media reports. Not only so it's Voice of America, but also those media who use this international media as a source, or they are just copy pasting this international media to bring news. Now, just to give you the background, ever since Captain Ibrahim Traore came to power, different international media has have been suspended, and from those are the French newspaper Le Monde, the British publication The Guardian, the German broadcaster Deutsche Welle, and the French broadcaster TV5 Monde. And again, in this month, also in the beginning of this month, Burkina Faso and Niger together have also banned the French TV show called The Bachelor, which is broadcasted by Canal Plus. The reason was for stigmatizing African women, as well as being contrary to the values and customs of the two nations. Now, this government are really working when they say that they are Pan-African, and when they say that they are working to the benefit of their people and to the interest of their nation, they are not joking. They really are, they are hands-on in every area of the country. I mean, as we all know, media is known as the fourth state in a state, meaning in a country that is next to, the term comes from actually from the West, but it's to mean that it refers to, the present news being the fourth states in a country because in both in their explicit capacity of advocacy and implicit ability to frame political issues, because they have that power. So the first one is the clergy, there is the nobility, and the third one is the commoners, and the fourth one come the media as a fourth state, because it has that power of shaping the political or framing political issues. Now, when we go to in detail of what happened, now the Burkina Faso Superior Council for Communication, also known as CSC, accused VOA or Voice of America of demoralizing troops in Burkina Faso and nearby Mali in a broadcast on September 19, according to media reports. Now, the interview was later aired by a privately owned local radio station, according to Reuters. So now, in just to reflect on this one, the Burkina Faso government for doing this, when they found that this international media is demoralizing their military. Their military is fighting against terrorism, and they know that those terrorists are sponsored by by French and other Westerners who do not want these revolutionary leaders to continue to lead Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Now, while that is going on, now for this journalist from VOA to come and demoralize or to condone terrorism is really like an insult to the Burkina Faso government and also to Mali. Now, in an emailed statement, the article continues. The VOA spokesperson, Nigel Gibbs, said VOA has shut down its FM transmitter in Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, as a result of the suspension, of course, because it was suspended by the government of Burkina Faso. Now, quote, according to him, but while VOA respects the regulatory framework within Burkina Faso, we do not agree with what we believe are incorrect assertions made by the CAC. So they are saying that what the government of Burkina Faso said, that they condone terrorism, is not true. So they are denying. Now, the Burkina Faso government, their communique ordering VOA suspension said that comments made in the broadcast's quote opens are likely to minimize the efforts, quote close, made by the Sahel State Alliance, again, quote open, in the drive to reconquer national territory, quote close, from jihadists. The communique also said that a VOA journalist made comments that condoned terrorism and that suspending VOA was necessary to prevent the propagation of malicious insinuations about insecurity in the region. So the VOA, the spokesperson Gibbs, has denied this, of course. In the communique also that banned the local news outlets from using any international media reporters, it noted the dissemination of information of a malicious and biased nature by national outlets using international media reports. I think this is the right move because most of our media, when I say our, African media that are, local media, mostly they don't make an effort really to investigate even what's happening in their own country. I mean, they have all the advantage to get information firsthand and even to sell that information to international outlet instead of just copy pasting what is reported by the international media, which, and to make it worse, which is not true. So I think this is the right move. If they are not doing things in the right way, trying to get an evidence and getting information firsthand, then what is the use of those local medias being called local media while they continue to report even what's happening locally from the international media? I mean, this is really, it's not only in Burkina Faso, this is a huge mistake that we see in a lot of Africa. And I think we can say all of them. I mean, South Africa has at least a diverse, different local media, but still you see that bias. So what has been done, in my view, of course, you can agree to disagree with me, but I think this is the right move if you want to really prevent your people, if the leader wants to prevent its people from having wrong information and propagation from the West, then the right way to do it is only this. Now, the earlier suspensions by the Burkina Faso are, as I said, also BBC and VOA were suspended in, I think, in April this year. Again, actually, for the same reason, the Burkinabe army of abuse against civilian population, that was their report, allegedly, and that's why it was suspended. Now, in the midst of all this, the Burkina Faso government has received a letter from for reporting this, for banning this international media and saying that they have to, allow a press, so-called press freedom and independency. But yeah, I mean, as we have seen, the Sahel Alliance have been doing fearlessly what is only to the best interest of their nation. Well, some say that, I mean, there has to be a press freedom, and this international media has to be allowed to report. And some say that this is really the right way to do it, and and have congratulated the Burkina Faso government. But yeah, there are different views. But another interesting thing, what you can look at, is that the Burkina Faso government banning VOA is not only for demoralizing its military, but also it's demoralizing the military of Mali. So you can see that practically this Sahel Alliance, the formation of a federation of three countries. So one is working on behalf of the other already. They are practicing it. That's also something interesting. Yeah, let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this? Do you think that this international media have to be present in Burkina Faso while still they continue to disseminate wrong information and to disseminate propaganda, their own propaganda, in the pretext of press freedom? Or do you think that it is the right move, what has been done by the Burkina Faso government, banning those media? Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you again for tuning in. I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa. Share the video with others, give it a like, and you may support us through our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. Bye-bye, and I'll see you on the next one.